Hey everyone, so you might have seen in the last video, I had a little note on the cartographic gap between black line objects and the black triangles symbol 512.1. And I wasn't quite sure how to apply this cartographic gap. And I went to the Facebook group Orienteering Mappers International, put in a post about this and tried to get some feedback. So I don't think anybody was 100% sure, but there seemed to be a little bit of consensus reached in terms of how to apply this cartographic gap, and I'm pretty happy with the consensus that we came to. So you might remember in the last video, I was applying the cartographic gap like this. I was basically drawing my helper symbols around the triangles to ensure that black lines didn't come within 0.15 millimeters of the black triangles. Now, one of the things I kind of noticed and the thing that got me thinking about it was that felt a bit strange because black lines would then finish in different places depending on where they met the triangle. So this black line here, for example, might come all the way down to the bottom, and another black line hitting the triangle closer to the peak would end further up. And I didn't like that. So I like the consensus that the Facebook group came to because it ensures that the black lines all finish in the same place. So the consensus that was reached there was basically to draw an imaginary line across the top of the triangles with a 0.15 millimeter width, and don't cross that line with black lines, black objects coming into the triangles. So I'll do a quick demonstration of that now. So for this, we're going to want to create a new symbol, a line, 0.15 millimeter width, and we'll go with purple. Whatever. 0.15 millimeter gap helper. So basically, I want to draw this across the top of the triangles, like so. So this is our imaginary line running across the top of the triangles. It's a 0.15 millimeter width, and that makes it very easy then to just come in and pull these lines back to before our helper line. And I keep messing that up. And we can do the same down here. I can just pull this down. And again. And then we can get rid of our helper symbols. And this would be the end result. So you can see that the black lines are coming towards the triangles, and then they're stopping 0.15 millimeters outwards from the peaks of the black triangles. And that ensures that the lines end in the same on the same imaginary line, which I think is important, so that they don't have different lengths depending on whether they're coming into the peak of a triangle or a gap between two triangles. So I like this approach. This is the approach that I'm going to take going forward. This is how I'm going to apply the cartographic gap going forward. And it's great to have a Facebook group like Orienteering Mappers International where people go in, they share their doubts and observations, and you always get some good feedback. So it was a fruitful discussion. So that's all for today. I just wanted to clarify that. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.